Okay, let's begin. Okay, good evening to everyone. Still, we have to push on our exercise. Okay, let's move forward. Planning and control management, part 4, program progress monitoring, updating and controlling. Kindly subscribe, like, and share. Our previous episode was in part 4, session 18, progress update 001. That was resource cost profile in Primavera P6. And now our current episode is part 4, session 19. And this is also for progress update 001 and specific to a project longest pass, critical pass, and 1 month look ahead. Okay, what is the use of longest path, or I mean the critical path and 1 month look ahead in our schedule or in our project? Okay, when we say when we will be the use of a current critical path is that it could give us the information. Let's talk about the current critical path. This could provide us the information. What are those activities that drives the remaining networks or path of activities that causes the project milestone to be behind the contractual schedule, where immediate attention must be provided in the order of priority. Okay? While when we say current longest path, this one can give us the information what are those activities that drive the remaining longest network or path of activities that causes for the project milestone to be behind the contractual schedule with the longest delay, where immediate attention must also be provided in the order of priority. And of course, this is all for the critical path, the longest path. For a project, there may be have some or several critical paths, but the longest path should always be given the utmost priority so that the delay will not be accumulated until the delay could not be recover or recoverable anymore, and liquidated damages will be imposed into the contractor or the claims against the owner or the client. Okay, so how about the look ahead schedule? This one can provide us or give us the information of what are those remaining activities that could possibly be achieved, or I mean maybe part of the remaining activities that could be it may be part, or it could be the most possible or possibly be achieved, or any target achievement required or committed by the team for a particular period, either to expedite the work or to recover any slippage. Okay, so that is the purpose, that at least the look ahead schedule can give the project team the idea on how much could they have done for a particular period, let's say 1 month. What are those activities which is possibly or possible to be achieved for that period? Considering that there should have no any disruption, or there should have no suspension or any disruption for the work to be done. Okay. So actually, preparing this report for the critical and longest path is now is pretty easy job because we have just to open the existing layouts that we have established recently and just saving the layouts accordingly and do some slight changes or modifications. Okay, let's move to our project, or in a way, our objective here is to demonstrate and elaborate preparation of project longest path, critical path, and look ahead schedule. So let's open our project. Okay, here we go. This was our last layout or view in our recent episode. Okay, let's work first on the current critical path. So let's open the existing layout for the current critical path. I think we have already done that before. Okay, here we go. So let's open this one. Okay. Let's create a filter. Let's modify, let's review the filter. Okay. So the critical is equals to yes. Okay, and how about the I think if we will prepare a critical path, we don't need to show the I mean the activity that were completed already. So we have to add in here. So the activity, we will look for activity percent complete should not be equal to 100, meaning the all 100% activities will not be included into the view of the current critical path. Okay, and also we will add some additional information, additional filter here, which is the when we actually the direct, we only need here is the direct activity and the milestone. But the some other activities, like for example, the indirect activities or the activities that are only support activities like the project management and transportation, which is its remaining duration just follow through the completion of the project. So we don't need it anymore. So we will create a layout. Let's say, for example, the activity category. Our activity category, we have already defined this activity code in our activity code. So that is the purpose of why we created the activity code for activity category, so that we can filter the activities by activity category. So this is the use now of the activity category. So if the activity category is equals to, let's say, for example, we need a milestone, right? Okay, so not only that, we need also, we will add more activity category for, let's say, which is equal to, okay, we will find direct. So we need these direct activities. Indirect activities, we don't need this. Delay events, we don't need this one. Disruption, we don't need this. So we will use only the direct activities. Now, since this parameter is has two. We use the two parameters, so we need to add a we need to group this filter. So we need to add more, and we will say any of the following. So we will indent this one. We will move it here. Okay, and then we will move this one here. Okay, so that means the filter is that the all the condition, if the condition, all of the conditions here at below is followed, then that is it, that the critical should be equal to yes, and at the same time, the activity percent complete is not equal to 100, and also any of the two here, the activity category and category, any of these two activity categories should equal to MTN and DRT. Okay. Okay, so let's click OK and then apply. Okay. So if you look at our what do you call this? If you look at our window, there is no activity shown. You know why? What is the reason why? Because our project is not in the laying situation. So that means, and also if we will look at our setup for the critical activities here under the schedule and option, okay. Um, okay, here on the option, here under the define critical activities as, we put it in here that the total float less than or equal to 0, it will be critical. But if you look at our schedule, we are ahead of 5 days. So meaning if our total float is less than 0, let's say -1, -2 or something, which is lower than 0, so it will be critical. But since we have 5 days above 0 in our current schedule, so there is no critical activities present in there. So that is why our window, our critical, our current critical path is empty. Okay, so let's close and then close. Okay, so we have nothing to do here but to wait for the next period. If there is some critical activities, then we can see it here. But anyway, we have to print this into our presentation. So let's print this, let's say in PDF. So let's say this is the current critical path for, let's say, 30 June 22, and then save. Okay. Okay, let's close. Okay, in a way, I have not shown this one. As I said just a while ago, our we will print the okay, here is our what do you call this, the preview of our current critical path. So we need to I mean is I'm very sorry that this window was not shared, so I repeat it again. So we have to print it into PDF. just for our record. Okay, and then print, and then let's go to, we'll just overwrite the one I current critical path. So here we go. So we'll just overwrite this one and then click yes. Okay. And then let's close. Okay. Next, we will move to what? We will move to longest path. Okay, so let's go to the longest path. So we will open the layout for the longest path, and then yes, and then we'll go to the current longest path. Okay, this one. So let's apply. Okay, here. So here in our current longest path, we have here the activities. Most of the planner and scheduler thinking that when we say longest path, that is always critical. No, that is not always critical, because we are just talking of the longest path of the project or network, the longest network of activities of the project. So it may either be critical or non-critical. So if it is really critical, so that means it is the longest network of activities for the critical items. But here, since we are not delayed, still we have the longest path. And this is it. You know, the only thing is that this is the longest path, but it's not critical. Okay? But there should have always a longest path in every project, whether it may be critical or non-critical. Okay, so this is our longest path. Okay, so we will filter this one by using the, we will remove this indirect activities, and also this, what do you call this? These activities who are already completed. So we will move to filter. Okay, and then go to the layout current longest path, and then we will modify it. So we have here the longest path equals to yes, but we will have to add for the so any of the following. Let's add the and then let's add the activity category. Okay, it should only equals to the milestones, and the other one is, let's add the activity category is equals to direct. So some other items here, indirect, delay events. Actually, this is not still existing, and disruption, but in a way, even though we have only to consider those direct activities for determining the path of the activities in the longest and in the critical activities. Okay. Okay. Now let's add another one. On the same level as what is the other one? The activity percent complete should not be equal. Should not be equal to 100, or we can use also the is greater, or we can use the is within range. But actually, the easy one is not equal to 100. That means even from 0 down to 99, it will not be included in the what I mean, all the 100% will not be included in our longest or critical activities. Okay, so let's click OK and then apply. Okay, so it looks that the first period, there is no more actual activities there, and all the indirect activities here is already removed or dissolved in our activity window. So, okay. So let's preview this one and then print a PDF. Okay, let's preview and then okay, here we go. So this is the current longest path. So we can see here there are two network of activities here that connects. These are the plot paths from here down to here, going here and then moving to the milestone, the project milestone. And the other one is from here, going down here, and then going down here, moving here, and then to the project milestone. Okay. So if you look at our total float here, that is 5. So meaning we are ahead by 5 days. So there is no, this longest path is not really critical. And at the same time, the same way, the critical activities, there is no critical activities because our threshold for the critical activities is that it should be lower than 0. Unless we will put the threshold for the critical activities, which is equal or less than 5, then this will become critical, right? But since our threshold is that from less than from 0, then this is not critical because we are higher than 0. 5 is higher than 0. 1 to 5, 1 going up is opposite to the threshold. Okay, so let's print this copy and in PDF and print it into, let's say, the current longest path. For the what I mean for the status date of 30 June 2022. Then let's save that. Okay. So we're done. Next, let's close this one. And then what next? So our look ahead schedule. So let's open our look ahead schedule. Okay, let's, yes. And then do we have a 1 month look ahead? I think because we have prepared 1 month look ahead before. Okay, this one. So let's apply this. Okay, here we go. So 1 month look ahead. Now 1 month look ahead. So we will remove these direct activities because we didn't really need this one because this is not really a direct activities that we need to monitor or focus. Okay, so let's remove this one. We'll go to filter. And here our 1 month look ahead, we will modify it. So here is the filter. The early start is within range of data date down to 1 month, data date plus 1 month. Okay. Now we will add one more. Let's add another filter. And should be all of the following. And we will use the activity category should not be equal to indirect activities. Am I right? Okay, I think so. And then apply. Okay, so there is no more indirect activities here, right? Now what we need only to show here and then distribute to the personnel on site is the 1 month period. So the 1 month period for the past period, has already gone. So that means we have to filter the second month of our project. Okay, so anyway, we will go to preview. Preview. Okay, here we go. So how to filter this 1 month? We have to go here and then go to option. And then here the data date. Though there is no additional for that. And the time scale finish should be data date plus 1 month. And then apply. So here we go. Okay. So it's done. So we have here good for the second month. This is our target to accomplish these activities. This how many activities we need to accomplish? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But here at the end, only the portion will be completed. But if we can able to complete the whole or to finish this whole activity, then the better. Okay, since our project or this activity is not critical, so it's an advantage. But if the productivity slips, it may become critical, right? So let's print this and then PDF, and let's create a, do you have any template here? Okay, anyway, we will just 1 month look ahead. Yeah, we have here 1 month look ahead schedule. And then we will just put the, that is for July 2022. Okay, because this is for the month of July, our target is for the month of July, look ahead. Okay, so let's save it. Okay, and then let's close this one. And then do we have more? I think we are done already. So good. So let's end our session here, and then let's continue for the next topic. Okay, so let's move forward. So here is our, the output of our current critical path, which is empty because we don't have any critical activities for this period because we are ahead of schedule. Next is the current longest path. So these are the activities for the current longest path. Take note that the priority for every critical path, the first activity is always the driver of the network of activities. So it should be the primary attention should be given into this activity always, then followed by the succeeding activities, so on and so forth. Okay, so critical path driver is always given the primary attention when attending the work. Okay, next, here is our 1 month look ahead. Okay, so we have 5 activities to achieve, to finish for this, is it 5? To accomplish for this month of July. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we're done. So our next episode is part 4, session 19. I think this is not session 19 because we are working on session 19, right? So this should be on session 20. Anyway, we will revise it. So progress update 001, financial. Our next episode is financial period performance and window schedule delay analysis. I think we have already tackled this one, but anyway, we will let's see what we can do for it. And then, okay, see you in the next episode, and thank you. End of our session. God bless and goodbye.